So you want to play an initial D game, but your PC is a literal potato? You might have already tried running Minecraft Akita or Street Stage, but even those are too laggy? Well, today I have a game that can run in an online emulator. Welcome to Initial D. Yes, just Initial D for PlayStation 1.
Initial D. Initial D.
This game was released in January 1999, which is 3 years before Initial D Arcade Stage launched and a whole 9 months after the first episode of the anime aired. So a lot of stuff that doesn't appear in the show does appear in here. Like the Kumi's Canada shirt, which I'm pretty sure I've never seen in the anime. Being from 99 also means that we get these lovely crispy PlayStation 1 graphics. And the footage you're seeing is from an emulator with enhancements, so it's supposed to look even worse. Like this. Yeah, I thought those cars were corrupting by enhancements screwing up, but it's really like that. But to be fair, it might just be an emulator thing, and I'm pretty sure you wouldn't even notice this on an old CRT TV. Now the physics are always an important topic. Well, I can confirm for 100% that this game does have physics. And they're not even that bad. I even prefer this over Street Stage or Extreme Stage, in terms of handling. It seems that being the valve for a controller works better than just mapping an arcade wheel to a controller. It really reminds me of Minecraft drifting, but not on ice. You just throw your car at max speed and accelerate by turning and drifting. Once you get that perfect angle, you want to hold it by tapping left and right. This will completely confuse you the first few runs, but it's super satisfying once you get that perfect drift through the corner. Now the music is something else. As far as I can tell, there is no Eurobeat, and all the songs seem to be just MIDI. It isn't a bad thing, and the MIDI music isn't even that bad. Most of them are real bangers. The game also has an actual story mode, and as far as I can tell, it's completely original. I can't read Japanese, so I don't know the story exactly, but there is some weird stuff. Like fighting Banta as Takumi, where you both drive the 8-6 somehow, and after the ending credits you fight Iketani for some strange reason. It does have some decent 3D FMVs, although they do look a bit dated. But it all feels very recognizable, and it doesn't feel out of place at all. There is no Shingo fight though. But the Civic is playable after you beat the story twice. There are multiple GARPs you unlock through beating the game multiple times. And don't worry, this game is only about an hour long, but it gets harder every time. And there are some specials here, to be honest, like the Benz, as in the one that proves Takumi right.
Benzの彼氏と仲良くやれよ。俺に構うな。Be gone, fuck!
The MR2, which at this point in time wasn't even introduced in the manga yet. And the CRX, which hasn't even appeared in anything Initial D at all. Oh, and the Devil Z, which straight up comes from the ROM series. Next to these we have the normal stuff, like your Sylvias, R32, RX-7, A86. You can basically drive anything up to 3rd stage. Another cool feature of this game is it has split screen 1v1. This is the only Initial D game to have this. This is loads of fun with a friend, and it becomes easy to do with its online emulator, PSX Party. You just upload the ROM to there, send the link to your friend, and that's all you have to do. You may need a special compressed .chd ROM that you will have to compress yourself, or that you may or may not find in my Discord server. And the multiplayer mode is really decent as well. You can choose any car you have unlocked through the story mode, and you can even slightly tune your car before you start a race. But, as you expect from a PS1 game, it's not perfect. As was the case with many PS1 games, there is no autosave. And not only that, but the entire saving system is massive wrong. You can only save after finishing a story mode race, but you can't quit story mode from there. And you can only stop playing by pressing start mid-race and choosing retire. So you can only quit without saving or save without quitting. Which is some real backwards thinking. Another thing that annoys me to no end is that the only car you can drive at the start is the A86, and you unlock the first batch of cars when you finish the game for the first time, which means when you use PSX Party you can only 1v1 in 86s, or you need to finish the game every single time you want to play with your friend. Now, PSX Party isn't the only way to play this with your friends. There is a way to get a normal emulator running through Steam remote play together, but you need a really good internet connection for that. You can also use RetroArch NetPlay, which I would recommend once RetroArch releases on Steam. And this is gonna be a free emulator, by the way. Anyway, I do recommend checking it out. It's a truly underrated initial D game that more people need to play. It's also the perfect speedrun game, since you can finish the story mode in under an hour. That is, if you have already beaten it once and unlocked the ability to skip the cutscenes. I also want to give a thanks to the lovely Neko Naga. He showed me this game and I love it.
Hello, it's me, Naga. I'm gonna suck your big dick.
Go give that beautiful VTuber a sub. Anyway, good night and have fun.